to be on the edge of control.
I like the speed. I like the battles, defying the odds. I want to be champion.
Very good move from Connor Duncan. And now he's only got one man to pass. Get back into the lead. Here comes Jocelyn. Oh no, Usakov! Goodness me! Usakov rolls the car. Now that's going to be a very sore shoulder in the morning. That's a big moment for the championship contender. Let's have another look at it. Jocelyn gets on the inside and its front wheel connects with rear wheel. There is nothing either driver can do about it at that point. And they're nearly 4 wide as they come through the first S's. And that's Bowman on the curbs. Oh, he spat into the side of Clark and gone. And that's the championship leader. Hinchley's gone with Rennie. Hinchley and Rennie come together. Hinchley trips over the front fairing there, and that is him and Rennie off to the sidelines. And here comes Hinchley up to second place now. Can he snatch the win? No! They tag wheels, he and Horton. Fairbrother through in a second, and Neo Clark is going to romp home to the victory.
Although cut short by COVID in 2020, the Ultimate Karting Championship still saw some great action, as we've just seen in those few clips there. And now we're back here at Whilton Mill in Northamptonshire for the opening round of the 2021 season. And with over 250 drivers registered to take part, well, you can expect more of the same. With the final round in 2020 cancelled due to the pandemic, let's bring you up to speed now then with the champions in each of our racing classes. Here's Alan Tadei with the rundown.
One of the most popular classes in UKC last year was Honda Cadet. Blake Ticehurst took the win by 4 points from Ewan Sharman. He was actually tied with Connor Duncan on 139, with Gustavs Yusukovs just 1 point back in fourth place. Henry Jocelyn rounded out the top 5. In Junior Rotax, Louis Gardner took the win by just 1 point from Matty Hinchley. Gabe Fairbrother in third, Tristan Rennie and Neo Clark rounding out the top 5 in this one. No Matty Hinchley racing this year, he's working. In Senior Rotax, James Lingard's consistency won the day. He never won any finals during the season, but it was enough to give him a 12-point championship advantage over George Smith by the end of the season, with Miles Barthorpe there in third place. In Iami Super Cadet, Nathan Tye and Finn McLaughlin were in a world of their own. 163 for Tye, 151 for Finn McLaughlin, with Macaulay Bishop back in third place on 117. He was followed home by Charlie Hart and Alfie Slater. In Mini X30, Gabriel Stilp took the win on 166 from Vinnie Phillips on 157. Leo Robertson was third from Rylan Ekberg and Henry Gregory. Hassan Hobson, Rippin Stevens and Freddie Allen rounded out the top 10. Junior X30 looked like this. It was Luke Watts who won comfortably from Sam Shaw, some 29 points ahead. Darryl Taylor was third from Harry Burgoyne Jr. Jess Edgar, who took the win at Wigan in what proved to be the final round, rounded out the top 5. In Senior X30, Connor Jupp took the win, 3 points ahead of Matt Armstrong. The points Caden McQueen secured by winning the final at Wigan at the final round gave him third place in the end from Callum Bradshaw and Carly Atkins.
So let's kick things off with our first final in 2021. And for the Ultimate Karting Championship, it's a new cadet class. Micromax is for drivers from 8 to 12 and features a single-make Sodi kart chassis. with all drivers on the same package of car and engine supplied by the Sodi Kart Academy, something Charles Leclerc was part of during his junior karting career. Let's have a look at the highlights then from the opening race of the season. Here's Jake Sanson with the grid positions.
So we start the 2021 Ultimate Karting Championship powered by Nitro Lord with Micromax. Dalton Hayward and Zane Quaker from Rory Armstrong and Braden Williamson, then Mulvaney and Brown, Gomez and Rump. And it's going to be a fabulous battle for the 11 karts that are out there on circuit here at Whilton Mill. Slightly greasy start to the weekend, and that could make things very hairy as our Sodi Kart Academy drivers from Micromax are going to be battling their way around the circuit. All identical karts, and away we go to the first corner, and already a nice battle as the drivers charge their way forward. Dalton Hayward trying to hold on to the lead as they go out of Oblivion and up to Manuel's Bank. They go along the straight now and into Christmas. Nice move on the inside. That looks like a dive for third position. Straight through on the inside there from the hard-charging Sam Green Gomez. So Sam Green Gomez gets his move and up into third position. Excellent start. And there was not a lot Rory Armstrong could do about that one. They come through. Oh, one or two karts going wide. I think that was actually Sam Green Gomez losing ground and dropping down to fourth position again. So easy to go wide there on the right-hand hairpin. And he slots into fourth position behind Rory Armstrong. And now there's the battle up front between them as they charge through. Green Gomez straight back on the horse, gets into third position, but he runs wide on the exit of the toe of the boot and into the ankle. He's there, absolutely beautifully done, and it's run wide once again for Green Gomez. Excellent start to the season from Micromax. Great battles.
All action first lap, Jake, for Micromax, the first race of the weekend. In the boot, it was Max Mason that took advantage of Sam Green Gomez running wide, Armstrong down the inside, and Max Mason did himself a brace. That is Max pictured on screen, and this is the battle for third place. And look at the lead that Quaker and Hayward have out front. That is remarkable in such a short period of time. We know they've both got pace with what they've been doing this season already, as Sam Green Gomez runs wide off the grey and onto the green, and he is now going to come under pressure from Braden Williamson, I think it is, in behind him. This is that battle for second place. Green Gomez chasing.
And he's now fallen off the back bumpers of Mason and Armstrong. He's got to try and get back on with it. Out of the final turn, it's so slippy in these opening couple of laps when you're trying to get tyres up to temperature. In the Sodi Kart Academy class, it's all even, so it comes down to driver skill. Zane Quaker bangs in a fast one, 51.657 into lap 3.
He's being chased, though, by Hayward. He's getting a little bit closer. This is a good start, though, for the pair of them. It looks like the man in third place getting closer as well. That's Max Mason, is it, Jake? And then Rory Armstrong, the man from Northern Ireland. He makes the trip from Northern Ireland pretty much every week to England to get some racing in.
You know what, that's commitment. He obviously wants to be up at the sharp end as often as possible. Here is the 144, Zane Quaker, charging his way forward under the tutelage of Mark Baines and doing an excellent job as he runs off the final turn. Dalton Hayward trying to pursue him as they go through. And look at the gap back to Mason and Armstrong. It's absolute daylight between second and third places. That shows you how hard Quaker and Hayward are pushing. This is a good chance for Armstrong as they come up Manuel's Bank and up towards Christmas. This could be the charge now. Up into third position. Is it going to be a move? Not yet. Armstrong's just biding his time, making Max Mason pursue the guys up front. He's doing all the hard work, and then behind we've got Williamson and Gomez still having a fantastic run. So Williamson and Green Gomez, then Bo Rocky Mulvaney and Jacob Rump from Backler, Welsh and Brown, who has had a couple of moments, and he's now down in 11th position. But a great race battle between these two. It's 2 by 2, hurrah, isn't it? You've got Quaker and Hayward, Mason and Armstrong, and then Williamson and Green Gomez.
I was just going to say, it's like Noah's Ark, this race, 2 by 2 by 2. I say 2 by 2 by 2, it's 2 by 2. Quaker and Hayward from Mason and Armstrong. Then comes Williamson, Green Gomez and Bo Mulvaney.
Did you see that from Armstrong? The back end of the kart almost turning in on him, and he was so lucky to catch that. That was absolute four-wheel drift, opposite lock, and he was so close to spinning off there. Good defensive manoeuvring from Mason. Nothing in the braking zone, nothing dirty, just holding his line and making Armstrong work hard for this one. Armstrong getting close, but you just don't want to go too ugly too early in the race. You don't just want to chuck it in. You've got to set the move up. Mason a little bit wide, and Armstrong's got him on the exit.
And Dalton Hayward set the fastest lap, Jake, and we can see why, because he's right on the back of Zane Quaker now. But great racing all the way through the field. This is the battle for 8th place. The 77 there, Jacob Rump, had a big crash at Wombwell a few weeks ago. Hit the wall that day, spent 3 hours in the hospital, came back and basically said to the guys in the team, hope you built my car up because I am ready to go.
These guys really are made of rubber, aren't they? They just bounce back.
Well, I think that young man's made of nails, to be fair.
Rump, Beckler and Welsh, they're the three who are battling over 8th position. This is for 5th. These two battling away. This is Braden Williamson and Sam Green Gomez, who's already had as much time up at the charging end of the field, trying to make his way through. Spent a couple of corners on the grass, but has bounced right back. Again, just look how much curb they're having to take on the far side. That's one of the more interesting corners on the circuit, up at Ashby, where the racing line has been contested many times before. Look at Haywood. He's got right up behind Quaker now. So these two are going to be dueling for the victory right to the death. As you can see, we've still got a good 5 minutes on the clock still. But the Micromax A final charging hard here. This is a great run. Haywood, the fastest lap of the race now. Armstrong, Mason, Williamson, Green Gomez in 6th. Then it's Rocky Mulvaney, and then Beckler, Rump and Welsh having their scrap over 8th place. 11th place, Aston Brown. Fastest lap again, Dalton Haywood, reeling in the leader. There's not much to choose between them as they come out of Ashby.
Good performance by Braden Williamson, Jake. The novice in the field, currently in 5th place, doing particularly well this weekend. This is the battle for the lead, though. It's got very spicy all of a sudden. Quaker's about to come under pressure as they go down to the ankle of the boot through the toe. You can see why it's the ankle, the toe. That's the toe. And then this is the heel. It looks like a foot, basically, or a boot. And these two are going to battle, I think, all the way to the end here. Haywood was well behind at the beginning, but he's slowly closed Quaker down, and it's only a question now when he's going to make the move, Jake.
Yeah, it's all about timing. He doesn't want to make the overtake too early into this battle, because obviously you want to be sitting in 2nd place for the majority of the race if you can. You want to make the race leader do all the hard work, burn his tyres, overheat the brakes. That's all about the guy in front. You have to be there sitting, reserving, preserving, making sure that you're in the right place at the right time. So Quaker is the man cutting through the air, doing all the hard work, and it's all about Dalton Haywood just sitting in 2nd place, putting Quaker under pressure, forcing him to make the mistake. So far, no cracks and no worries for Zane Quaker. It's a little bit sideways, but he's carefully balancing where he places the car. He's timing the brakes to perfection. He's getting on the power in the right places. He's not being intimidated.
On board here with Dalton Haywood, you can see he's just nudging Zane Quaker on the rear bumper. Zane will know he's there, he's felt it, he's had a look now, he knows he's there. There's another little nudge. Not enough to drop the front nose cone down. If you're new to karting, the front fairings, the front nose, it sits on a bracket. If you hit the kart in front too hard, it will drop off that bracket, and that's an automatic 5-second penalty at the end of the race. But you can nudge as long as you don't hit somebody too hard, and that nudging is just letting him know, you know what, mate, I'm here, there you go, just put my front nose, just so you can feel me. He's trying to force Zane Quaker to make a mistake, Jake. That's what that is all about. Just to let you know, I'm here, and very soon I'm going to go up your inside.
And it's worth noting that front fairing penalty cannot be contested or appealed, even if you are not the one in the wrong. It's definitely very careful. The driver has to be. Look at Quaker. He knows exactly where Dalton Haywood is. He's anticipating an overtaking move, isn't he? He's kind of saying, well, when are you going to do it? When are you going to make the overtake? Come on, are you going to do me now or are you going to do me later? But no, he's just sitting tight. Dalton Haywood is playing the long game here. He's just sat in behind Zane Quaker. He knows that if he takes the lead at this point, then Quaker's going to be the one chasing. He's going to be the one pursuing. Quaker doesn't want to be in this position at all. He doesn't want to be sat out there as a sitting target in the lead of the race.
Not sure about that, Jake. I think with a minute 37 on the clock as they go into the boot this time, now is not the time he wants to be overtaken, and he's just pulled a little bit of a gap there. Good 10 kart lengths.
Fair
and,
point.
Well, it doesn't look that much here from this camera angle,
He's
but
just pulled out.
It looks further. You can see definitely he's lost some time around one of the corners here, Dalton Haywood.
I think that's another
he's in the
fastest lap.
slipstream.
That's another fastest lap, isn't it, that's just come in from Zane Quaker. He did the fastest lap last time, and I think he's just banged in another one. So Dalton Haywood has got to try and stay with him. Here they are a little bit further back. This is still Mason and Green Gomez. Green Gomez and Williamson, I should say. Green Gomez haven't got through into 5th position past Williamson. Rocky Mulvaney on his own in 7th place. Then Beckler, Welsh and Rump still having their duel over 8th place. This is 9th. This is Welsh and Rump. The 88 there. based as he is as a novice. And then Jacob Rump pushing hard there in behind. Here we go. Dalton Hayward is right on the tail of Zane Quaker. 38 seconds on the clock. That means we're only going to get 2 more laps around this Whilton Mill course. Looking back to Welsh and Rump having their duel over 9th place. And that's Bo Rocky Mulvaney behind Jacob Backler. So Backler's got through then into 7th position on this lap. Oh, here we go. Dalton Hayward all over the back of Zane Quaker, and he'll be wanting to make the overtake sooner rather than later.
He'll want to make it on this lap if he can. He doesn't want to leave it to the last lap because he knows Quaker's going to be defending. And if he tries to go around the outside, Quaker will make his kart, what is it you say, Jake, as wide as a Buick to stop him coming through.
Indeed I do. 360 onboard camera from Dalton Hayward gets you right up close to the adrenaline rush, up towards the ankle of the boot. Here we go, into the left, the ankle, up towards the toe, through the right, Quaker sliding. This could be the chance for Hayward alongside, and as they go into the heel, he's got him. Beautiful move from Dalton Hayward. That could not have been timed better.
Great move into the last lap, then it's Hayward that has it, but for how long? Quaker is going to have a look up the inside, I think, in Christmas corner. We're on the straight now. Here he comes down the inside. Quaker back into the lead.
Oh, this is so close. They bang wheels. You can see the paint that's been rubbed off the graphic of his side pod as they connect through the exit of Christmas, up through Ashby and on the run down the hill. This is going to be a very tight chance for Hayward to get back in there on Quaker. I think Quaker's timed it perfectly to retaliate at Christmas. I'm not sure Hayward's going to get close enough again to have a go as they come to the boot. Quaker set him up, timed him nicely through Crook and Oblivion to get back onto the bumper, up Manuel's bank and out of Christmas, got the move done, and he holds on for the victory. Great racing between the two. Zane Quaker takes it from Dalton Hayward in 2nd position. Excellent racing, and what a battle all the way through the field. The drivers come through to finish up in 3rd position. It is Rory Armstrong, the young man from Northern Ireland. Excellent racecraft here in UKC Micromax. They really have been exceptional, and a wonderful opening race. Here's the confirmation. Zane Quaker with the win from Dalton Hayward. Rory Armstrong 3rd from Mason, Williamson and Green Gomez. Then it's Bo Rocky Mulvaney from Liam Welsh, Jacob Rump and Jacob Backler. But an amazing start to the season in Micromax UKC, powered by Nitro Lord. What a race for Zane Quaker. He takes it by less than 3/10.
So there we go, that's our first final here at Whilton Mill, and it was just a tale of those 2 young racers who were way out in front of the rest of the field, Zane Quaker and Dalton Hayward. It looked like Zane had it all wrapped up, then they traded places. Dalton had it in the bag with 1 lap to go, but in the end, Zane took that position back and our first win of the programme. Here's what he had to say when I caught up with him at the podium. Tell us how you're feeling looking ahead to the next round when we go to Cumbria next. What are you thinking about before that next round now?
I feel excited and confident.
Well, best of luck, sir. You'll be confident because you won this weekend. Well done. We'll see you there.
Thanks.
Quick look at the championship points, 62 apiece after Hayward won the pre-final and Quaker won that final there. So a tie on points moving forward to round 2. Rory Armstrong is in 3rd on 54 from Braden Williamson on 50. Then comes Mulvaney, Green Gomez, Mason, Brown, Rump and Backler in the top 10.
Join us after the break when the action continues with the Junior Rotax class.